Hi, I'm Lauren Nolan with ITTFM and I'm joined in studio by Aisling Cusack, who is rerunning for the position of Education Officer in the upcoming Student Union elections. Hi Aisling.
Hi
Now,
Lauren.
first of all, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Well, I'm the current Deputy President for Education. I got elected this time last year and started term on the 1st of July last summer. So I also am a business graduate. I did 4 years business management here and graduated last year. And since then, I've been working in office. I'm also very into sports. I play on the GA team and have had a high involvement with societies and clubs throughout my time as a student in the college.
And what do you think the role of Education Officer entails?
Well, seeing as I've been in the position for a year now, I'm quite familiar with the role, or I would hope so anyway. But I do operate the bookshop in the Students' Union at the moment. I'll also deal with a lot of casework, so any students that come over with any issues they might have, be it problems with lectures, problems with timetables, if they need tutorials, or even if they want to find someone to give them grinds, things like that. I also am quite involved with a number of committees in Academic Council and I'm currently trying to change academic policy in the college.
And what do you think you can bring to the role again this year?
Well, currently I've really tried hard now the last couple of months to change a certain rule that is in the academic policy of the college at the moment. And currently students are, if you fail an exam in your final year, you're capped at a pass degree, even though you could be an A student in everything else. You might just have that bad day. So you could end up with a GPA of, let's say, pick one out of the air, 3.8 and only have a pass degree, which is below 2.5. So I brought a proposal to Academic Council that is, and it has passed. So now it's going back to another board I sit on where we'll come up with criteria where you will be allowed to get the degree that your GPA equates to once you pass in August, obviously.
And what experience do you have that you think might help you in this role?
Well, when I began, I went into the role and obviously I had been a student and I had obviously met with my predecessors, Owen Dunn. So he had told me a lot about the role, but there's so much that you don't know until you actually get elected and get into office. For example, there's things that have happened to students with regards to exams and lectures that I would never have even imagined could happen to a student. I'm now familiar with those things and I have sorted them out and I've resolved issues that have been brought to me like that. So in terms of casework, it's really like you learn as you go along. And I think the experience that I have from this year will really stand to me if elected in the future.
And tell us a little bit about your campaign and how it's going so far.
Well, today we only started putting up the posters today. We all met and signed the rules in the Students' Union boardroom. So you could see nerves around the room. It's absolutely brilliant this year to see a lot of candidates that are running for the first time. In the past, a lot of candidates have reran, like part-time roles have reran for part-time roles again or then moved into sabbatical positions. But this year we see a lot of candidates that have never ran before and it's really exciting. So I'd want to wish everyone the best of luck because next week is going to be so much fun.
And how do you plan on securing students' votes?
Well, I think that this year I've made a huge impact in what I've done. I've really represented students locally and nationally and been quite vocal in how I do so. I think I've built brilliant relationships with the college staff, the registrar, the president, Thomas Stone, and Academic Council, and that is seen with my motion being passed at Academic Council just last week. So I think going forward, there's things in my manifesto that once students do read it, will see that I am the best candidate.
And what different ideas and plans do you have?
Well, currently we're planning on launching a Students' Union website. So I want to get the bookshop moved online. So that will basically mean that students can go online, see exactly what books are available to them, the condition of these books, how many copies are available and the price. And then they can then book the book online and come collect it at their own convenience. There's also things like on the website then there could be a grinds register as well. And I've seen it on other SU websites and it works phenomenally. So students then will be able to go online, see different courses and different modules and students that are excelling in those study areas who wish to tutor students. And then those tutors can then earn a little bit of extra cash as well, which will be brilliant.
And now tell us a bit about the ideas in your manifesto.
Another idea in my manifesto is a graduate to work campaign. So basically at the moment, as per my manifesto last year, I said I would bring in LinkedIn workshops and CV workshops. That is happening. It's due to happen between the 4th and 8th of April after we come back from Easter. But next year, I want to do something a bit bigger and a bit better, because I think it's really important that when students graduate, they know where to go, what to do, how to find a job. So basically, the Graduate to Work campaign will be in the first semester, because a lot of final year students have already started applying before they finish college, and they might want to do interviews in the second semester. So therefore, there will be workshops like dress for success, because it's really important to know what kind of body language to have when you do go into an interview, and also what kind of attire to be wearing so people can see that you're a good candidate for the job. There will also be, of course, CV workshops again, CV drop-in clinics, things like that. And I want to invite like influential guest speakers in, and I've actually already met with heads of departments to work on getting in businesses that want to hire young graduates and get links with IT Tala. Currently, just a few weeks ago, the humanities got in a couple of key players in the industry, and they actually took CVs off the hospitality and tourism students and the culinary arts students, which is brilliant. But I want to extend that now and make sure that the college is including other students, business students, humanities students, science students, engineers. I hope I'm not leaving anyone out there now. But I think it's really important that everyone gets these opportunities. So.
And how do you plan on implementing these ideas?
Well, the website, if I am elected, the summer will be a hard graft getting everything perfect so it can get launched in September. I think that's something you learn from experience as well. I feel personally that the summer wasn't really utilised last year. I've definitely learned from that mistake. And the summer are those months when you do have that free time that you really can go in every morning and spend those days working. So you're sorted. As soon as students come back, you can run your campaign smoothly.
And just what does this position mean to you?
It means a lot to me. I think a lot of people can see that I'm not in it for my personal gain. Like, I've already graduated. I've gotten my education. I'm proud that I've done that. But I think it's really important that others get the opportunities to get a fair and equal education as well. So that's something that I really want to push out there. And that's why I'm trying to make these policy changes that I am trying to bring in. And next year, if elected, I also want to introduce a carry fail. So basically that will mean if you do fail one module, you can still progress into the next year, and you'll just take that exam the following year during that exam season, which will favour students' progression hugely. At the moment, students, if they do fail a module, they have to, like, some drop out, which is really unfortunate because a lot of people who drop out never return to third level education. But a lot of students then, they're almost saying goodbye to their friends because they're off into third year and they're staying in second year just to repeat one module. It doesn't seem very fair just because of that one bad exam. So that's something I really want to change, and I think it'll be make a huge difference to so many students.
And how are you going to campaign for the students?
Well, currently the Students' Union is affiliated with USI, and I think that's a really important membership, because there are certain battles, let's say, that you can't win on your own. So it's really important to have a national body behind you that will fight for these things. We've seen USI do great work over the year. We've seen last year their huge campaign for marriage equality, how successful that was. They really got the students out there. This year they've gotten thousands of people to vote again in the general election. Great student voter turnout, and you can see that people do care and they want to get involved. So like on a national level, I'll get really involved with that and bring it into this college so people get engaged.
And just lastly, how can students contact you?
Students can contact me through my Facebook page. So it's www.facebook.com/Ash for Education. And they can also contact me on my phone number, which is on the Students' Union website currently. And they can private mail me on my personal Facebook as well, as I would know quite a few students, I hope anyway.
Great, thanks a million. So that was Aisling Cusack running for the position of Education Officer in next week's Student Union elections.
Thanks a million, Lauren.